Okay, here's another update from Mark's garage. The garage is getting full. That's a Cherokee Sport that RJ picked up. He's changing the rear axle in it. He's doing most of that himself. I'm helping out a little bit. And then I know he's going to do some rust work inside the cargo bay area. It's all rotted out. But I'm in here in this 47 GMC. What was that? My screwdriver just dropped. I worked all day yesterday to do this curved piece right here. I'm going to point that out to you with my pointer. If you remember from the previous video, I cut it off here. I ended up having to bang the heck out of this curved piece. It just wasn't making this curve right here. And I ended up cutting it off, cutting off the flange that was here, making the curve, then cutting it off, and then welding a new flange back on. And then I tack welded it all in here. I still have to grind it, but it's flush and it's going to grind out pretty well. And I still have these spot welds to finish. And as you can see, they're pretty deep, so I have to put a big clamp on there and pull them into the cowl so I can weld them in. But I'm out of welding gas right now, and I don't feel like going down to the supply store. So I'm working back up here on the valance. Let me get some light on that. So I showed you another video. I don't know if I'm going to reuse this one. This valance is all rusted out. So I've taken the left side out. I broke a bunch of spot welds with the spot weld cutter. And even behind the valance, this is a structure that it attaches to. I don't know if you can see that. Let me put this light here. This is all rusted away. I'm going to probably fabricate a new one of these. I think I can figure that out. Hopefully I can get enough meat where my finger is. When I say meat, I mean clean metal to weld it to. And then the new valance piece, which I purchased prefabricated, will weld to that. And then weld where these spot welds were. But see where the spot welds were, I'd probably have to fabricate whatever's missing here as well, which I think I could do that. I'm hoping I can. I don't think they even sell that piece at LMC Truck. Maybe they do. I don't know. But that's what I'm doing, is working out these spot welds right here and taking out what I can, and then I'm going to clean up the metal. All the rust treatment's got to get done, and then I'll move forward. All right, I hope you can see this. I'm back in the driver's seat, and the spot welds are a lot easier to see for some reason up here. So I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pretty easily, drilled them out, and then I took the spot weld cutter, and all I have to do now is peel this down to get this piece of the valance off. And what it leaves behind is this lip, which is also pretty rusty, but I think I can weld to it if I clean it up enough. And now what I'll weld is this piece here, make a new one, and then the new valance will fit to that. Yep, it just breaks those spot welds right off. Let me shut this off and get my screwdriver out. And put my gloves back on, because I learned a lesson the other day about working without gloves. I have a nice burn on my ring finger. Let's see if this is going to come out. Come on. All that for 6 inches of metal. to change blades. This blade's diameter is too small. I can't reach that last piece. And let me shut this off. Okay, this is my view from the driver's seat with most of the valance piece out. There's the last little portion of it. There's the center. I took it out. There was a support in the center. I cut that away. But look at what's left of the rain gutter or the windshield thing that it sits in. Now, the rubber gasket will cover that, but I'm thinking I really need to do something to treat that before I move forward. There's a couple of those holes. So, truck's a little rustier than I thought, but too far in to stop now. All right, so before I do any fabricating, I want to do a little rust therapy. It's good for me, it's good for the truck. What I'm going to do, I've got my full face respirator out, and I'm going to put that on to protect my face and I don't have to breathe any of this rust dust. And I've got my grinder with a cupped wire wheel, which is not a very aggressive wire wheel. I just want to knock off this loose rust, and then I'm going to apply some of the rust mort product. See what happens. See if it kills it. See if I can move forward with the steel after it's treated. So I'll come back to that after I do the treatment. Okay, back into that corner. What I did is I wire wheeled about a third of the roof only on the driver's side, because I want to just do an experiment on the driver's side, but I want to work this corner a little bit. I don't want to take that structural piece out yet until I'm ready to fabricate it. So I can't really get behind it, but I will get behind it and wire wheel it. In the meantime, I'm going to just put some of that rust mort with a brush just to see what it does to this section. I've done this experiment before on other parts of the truck, but I want to see what it does to this ceiling or roof. Okay, it's only been like about an hour. Look at the difference. I went over with the wire wheel, and even in the corners where I couldn't get the wire wheel in, and like that piece right there, that structural piece, I don't know if you can see it. It's down to bare metal in some places. I mean, holy cow, that stuff works good. Look at that. All that white looking, it's bare metal. It's clean metal now. After it dries, I you know, epoxy primer, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to do next. And tomorrow's going to be a fabrication structural day. I'm a little annoyed that I can't work on that side of the garage because of the Cherokee. So I would set up my fabrication table and make all my cuts on the table. I'm going to make that curved piece, put a return on it with the welder, patch that missing piece right there. Oh man, this is going to come along good now. I'm moving now. I'm happy. So here's the rest of the balance out, the right side. So check this out. There's the structural piece. There's a lot more of it there. There's a lot more intact of the drain gutter or whatever that's called on the inside on this side. So I really know exactly what I got to do to put the other side together. So this is cool. And then I'll rust treat all this. You can see the rust line. Check it out. Clean metal on one side, rust on the other. I'll fix that all up. That's awesome. I feel like I got a lot done today.